controller or controllers, and overload device or devices must be listed for group motor protection as per UL 508. NEC Article 430.53 requires that the controller or controllers, overload device or devices, and motor branch circuit, short circuit, and ground fault protection shall be listed for group motor installation. UL 508 is the standard for industrial control equipment. It includes requirements for controllers, overload devices, and other components used in motor control applications. For a group motor installation, the controller and overload device must be listed for group motor protection. This means that the equipment has been tested and certified by a nationally recognized testing laboratory to meet the specific requirements of UL 508 for group motor protection. For example, the GE Mag Brake TC type circuit breaker must have a UL 508 listing for group motor installation to be used in a group motor installation. The AB Power Flex 40 volts frequency drive does not need to be listed for group motor protection, but it must be compatible with the controller and overload device that are used. NEC Article 430 covers motors, motor circuits, and controllers. It provides requirements for motor circuit conductors, overcurrent protection, motor control circuits, and motor control centers. Article 430.53 specifically addresses group motor installations where two or more motors are connected to the same branch circuit. The intent of Article 430.53 is to ensure that the individual motor circuits within a group installation are adequately protected against overloads, short circuits, and ground faults, and that the control equipment used in the installation is suitable for the intended application. To comply with NEC Article 430.53, the controller or controllers, overload device or devices, and motor branch circuit, short circuit, and ground fault protection must be listed for group motor installation. This means that the equipment must be specifically designed and tested for use in group motor applications and must be marked or labeled accordingly. The listing provides assurance that the equipment meets the applicable safety standards and performance requirements for group motor installations. UL 508 is a widely recognized standard for industrial control equipment, including controllers, overload devices, and other components used in motor control applications. UL 508 specifies the requirements for the design, construction, and testing of industrial control equipment, and it provides a basis for evaluating the safety and performance of this equipment. In the context of NEC Article 430.53, UL 508 serves as a key reference standard for determining whether a controller or overload device is suitable for use in a group motor installation. Equipment that is listed to UL 508 has been tested and certified by a nationally recognized testing laboratory such as Underwriters Laboratories, Intertech, or CSA Group to meet the requirements of the standard. The listing mark on the equipment indicates that it has been evaluated and found to comply with the applicable safety and performance requirements. When selecting controllers and overload devices for a group motor installation, it is essential to choose equipment that is specifically listed for group motor protection. This ensures that the equipment has been designed and tested to provide adequate protection for the individual motor circuits in the installation. It also helps to ensure that the equipment is compatible with other components in the motor control system. The requirement for listed equipment in NEC Article 430.53 applies to both the controller and the overload device. The controller is the device that is used to start, stop, and control the motor, while the overload device is the device that is used to protect the motor against overloads. Both of these devices must be listed for group motor protection to comply with the requirement of Article 430.53. In some cases, a single device may serve as both the controller and the overload device. For example, a motor starter with built-in overload protection may be listed for group motor installation. In other cases, the controller and overload device may be separate devices that are connected together in the motor control circuit. Regardless of the specific configuration, both devices must be listed for group motor protection. It is important to note that the requirement for listed equipment in NEC Article 430.53 applies only to the controller and overload device. Other components in the motor control circuit, such as the motor itself, the branch circuit conductors, and the disconnecting means, are not required to be listed for group motor installation. However, these components must still comply with the other applicable requirements of the NEC. The NEC provides specific requirements for the size and type of conductors used in motor circuits, as well as the overcurrent protection requirements for these conductors. The NEC also provides requirements for the disconnecting means used to isolate the motor from the power supply. When designing a group motor installation, it is important to carefully consider all of the applicable requirements of the NEC to ensure that the installation is safe and compliant. This includes the requirements for listed equipment in Article 430.53, as well as the other requirements for motor circuits and control equipment. The reference to UL 508 in NEC Article 430.53 emphasizes the importance of using equipment that has been tested and certified to meet the applicable safety standards. UL 508 is a comprehensive standard that covers a wide range of industrial control equipment, and it provides a basis for evaluating the safety and performance of this equipment. By requiring that controllers and overload devices be listed to UL 508, the NEC helps to ensure that these devices are suitable for use in group motor installations. In addition to the listing requirement in Article 430.53, the NEC also provides specific requirements for the installation and wiring of motor control equipment. These requirements are intended to ensure that the equipment is installed in a safe and reliable manner and that it is properly protected against damage and hazards. For example, the NEC requires that motor control equipment be installed in a location where it is protected from physical damage and that it be properly grounded to prevent electrical shock hazards. The NEC also provides requirements for the wiring methods used to connect the motor control equipment, including the type and size of conductors, the type of raceway, and the type of fittings. When installing motor control equipment, it is important to follow all of the applicable requirements of the NEC to ensure that the installation is safe and compliant. This includes the requirements for the location and mounting of the equipment, as well as the requirements for the wiring and grounding. It is also important to ensure that the equipment is properly labeled and marked to indicate its intended use and its electrical ratings. In the example provided, the GE MagBrake TEC type circuit breaker must have a UL 508 listing for group motor installation to be used in a group motor installation. This means that the circuit breaker must have been tested and certified by a nationally recognized testing laboratory to meet the specific requirements of UL 508 for group motor protection. The B-Power Flex 40 volts frequency drive does not need to be listed for group motor protection, but it must be compatible with the controller and overload device that are used. This means that the volts frequency drive must be able to operate properly with the controller and overload device and that it must not create any hazards or safety concerns. When selecting a volts frequency drive for use in a group motor installation, it is important to choose a drive that is compatible with the other components in the motor control system. This includes the controller, the overload device, and the motor itself. It is also important to ensure that the volts frequency drive is properly sized for the motor and that it is capable of providing the required voltage and current. In summary, NEC Article 430.53 requires that controllers and overload devices used in group motor installations be listed for group motor protection. This means that the equipment must be tested and certified by a nationally recognized testing laboratory to meet the specific requirements of UL 508 for group motor protection. The listing provides assurance that the equipment meets the applicable safety standards and performance requirements for group motor installations. When designing and installing group motor installations, it is important to carefully consider all of the applicable requirements of the NEC and to choose equipment that is suitable for the intended application. This will help to ensure that the installation is safe, reliable, and compliant with the electrical code. Always consult with a qualified electrical professional for specific guidance and assistance with electrical installations. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a set of standards and guidelines for safe electrical installations. It's updated every 3 years to reflect the latest advancements in technology and safety practices. Article 430 specifically addresses motors and motor control circuits, providing comprehensive requirements for the protection and control of motors. Group motor installations, as covered in Article 430.53, present unique challenges. When multiple motors are supplied from a single branch circuit, it's crucial to ensure that each motor is adequately protected against overloads, short circuits, and ground faults. This is where the listing requirement for controllers and overload devices comes into play. UL 508, the standard for industrial control equipment, sets the bar for the safety and performance of controllers, overload relays, and other components used in motor control systems. To be listed for group motor protection under UL 508, these devices must undergo rigorous testing to verify their ability to safely and reliably handle the specific demands of group motor applications. This testing includes evaluating their performance under various fault conditions, as well as their ability to coordinate with other protective devices in the circuit. The listing requirement in NEC 430.53 ensures that only equipment that has been specifically designed and tested for group motor applications is used in these installations. This provides an added layer of safety, reducing the risk of electrical hazards and equipment failures. When selecting controllers and overload devices for a group motor installation, it's crucial to look for the UL 508 listing mark. This mark indicates that the equipment has been certified by a nationally recognized testing laboratory and meets the requirements for group motor protection. The listing mark will typically be found on the equipment's nameplate or packaging. In addition to the listing requirement, NEC Article 430 also provides specific guidelines for the sizing of conductors and overcurrent protection devices in group motor circuits. These guidelines are designed to ensure that the circuit can safely carry the combined load of all the motors, while also providing adequate protection against overloads and short circuits. It's important to carefully follow these guidelines when designing a group motor installation to ensure that the circuit is properly protected. The NEC also addresses the issue of motor control circuits, which are used to start, stop, and control the motors in a group installation. These circuits must be designed and installed in accordance with the requirements of Article 430, including the requirements for overcurrent protection, control circuit transformers, and wiring methods. The use of listed components and adherence to NEC guidelines are essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of group motor installations. Improperly designed or installed group motor circuits can pose significant electrical hazards, including the risk of fires, electrical shocks, and equipment failures. Therefore, it's crucial to work with qualified electrical professionals who have experience in designing and installing group motor systems. These professionals can help to ensure that the installation meets all applicable code requirements and is properly protected against electrical hazards. When considering the compatibility of components in a group motor installation, the interaction between the volt-frequency drive controller and overload device is critical. Although the volts-frequency drive itself may not need to be listed specifically for group motor protection, its operational characteristics must be carefully considered in relation to the controller and overload device. The controller, responsible for starting and stopping the motor, needs to be compatible with the volts-frequency drive's control signals and operational parameters. The overload device, protecting the motor from excessive current draw, must be selected to account for the volts-frequency drive's potential impact on motor current. Furthermore, the short circuit and ground fault protection must be coordinated with the volts-frequency drive to prevent damage to the drive during fault conditions. Proper coordination ensures the entire system operates safely and reliably, protecting both the equipment and personnel. Remember to consult the manufacturer's specifications and guidelines for each component to ensure compatibility and proper operation within the group motor installation. Proper documentation and labeling are also important aspects of group motor installations. The NEC requires that all motor control equipment be clearly labeled with its electrical ratings and other pertinent information. This helps to ensure that the equipment is properly maintained and that it is not overloaded. It is also important to document the design and installation of the group motor system, including the conductor sizes, overcurrent protection devices, and control circuit wiring. This documentation can be invaluable for troubleshooting and maintenance purposes. By following these guidelines and working with qualified electrical professionals, it is possible to design and install safe and reliable group motor installations that meet the requirements of the NEC. Remember, electrical safety is paramount, and it is always best to err on the side of caution when dealing with electrical systems. The specific requirements outlined in NEC Article 430.53 aim to address the inherent complexities and potential hazards associated with group motor installations. The requirement for listed components is not merely a bureaucratic hurdle, but a fundamental safety measure. It ensures that the equipment used in these installations has been rigorously tested and evaluated to meet specific performance criteria. This helps to minimize the risk of electrical failures, fires, and other hazards. The compatibility of the volt-frequency drive with a controller and overload device is another critical consideration. The volt-frequency drive can significantly alter the electrical characteristics of the motor circuit, and it is essential to ensure that all components are properly coordinated to provide adequate protection. This may require the use of specialized overload relays or other protective devices that are specifically designed for use with volt-frequency drives. The NEC also emphasizes the importance of proper grounding and bonding in group motor installations. Grounding and bonding help to minimize the risk of electrical shock and ensure that fault currents are safely conducted back to the source. It is essential to follow all applicable grounding and bonding requirements when installing motor control equipment. In addition to the technical requirements, the NEC also emphasizes the importance of qualified personnel. Only qualified electricians and electrical engineers should be involved in the design, installation, and maintenance of group motor systems. These professionals have the knowledge and experience necessary to ensure that the installation meets all applicable code requirements and is properly protected against electrical hazards. The NEC is a living document that is constantly evolving to reflect the latest advancements in technology and safety practices. It is essential to stay up to date on the latest changes to the NEC and to ensure that all electrical installations comply with the most current requirements. By following these guidelines and working with qualified professionals, it is possible to create safe and reliable electrical systems that meet the needs of modern industry.